Greetings and welcome to a Just Talk Kingdom Great Games Giveaway Special. Yes, that's right, Kingdom Nothing Lasts is the next game to feature in my Great Games Giveaway event in celebration of 1 year of YouTubing. Yes, it's all a little bit late, we'll talk about that a bit later on. Obviously, that's the Just Talk part of it. But before that, let's just remind ourselves of just how epic of a game this was and how much I thoroughly enjoyed playing and recording this game for the channel. It was a real highlight for me. I think it was a highlight for a lot of you folk as well. This is the conclusion of the series. If you care about spoilers, skip to the 3-minute mark now. But this has to be up there as one of my top 5 moments of the year. Not this day. For there are yet men who defend these walls. Men who will put arrow to bowstring and let fly in defense of all that is great and good in this land. A land that was naught but mud and trees before the return of the king. And we have labored long, and by the sweat of our minion brows, we have cleared the mighty forests, and raised works of wood and stone, towers and walls to hold back the night, shrines burning bright with the power of our gold, that the gods themselves might know of our struggle. We have sown the fields, harvested the woods, and reaped the shiniest of shiny coins, and we shall not go back. A lowly camp became a tent, and then a great hall, and now a mighty keep. We have driven back wave after wave of dark foes, survived beneath the light of the blood moon 8 times before, and we shall survive this night too, just as we cast down dark gate after dark gate. The hearts, nay, the very souls of the men who dwell here are one, and in return for the king's coin, they shall not fail or falter now, for this is our land, our kingdom, our king. Long live King Dave II! Die now, enemies of the realm! Fall like you were always destined to! For this land, this kingdom, this king shall last! Epic and somewhat self-indulgent stuff, even if I do say so myself, but it really did evoke that feeling in me, and I think, when it came to concluding the series, it was something that I really wanted to do a little bit extra for. The music is added in post. It is the 4-Chord Factory by Wontolla, full link to his SoundCloud in the description. It's an epic piece of music, and I think it really helped to evoke the experience, the feeling that I had as I completed the game, and hopefully the feeling that you may have if you win the giveaway and complete the game yourself, or indeed if you go out and buy it, which I can highly recommend. Speaking of the Great Games Giveaway, let's get that out of the way, shall we? Because I'm sure that's why a lot of you are here, and it's what a lot of you are going to be most interested in hearing about. And Kingdom is included in that giveaway, if you hadn't guessed already. In fact, I'm pretty sure I've explicitly stated that is the case. But yes, you can be in with a chance of winning a copy of Kingdom Nothing Lasts, which has been kindly gifted to me by the developers. And all you need to do to be in with a chance of winning is leave a comment in reply to my comment below on this video. So if you look down below, I'll put a message on screen just showing you what I'm talking about. There'll be a comment that says Great Games Giveaway, and then we'll have various details about the giveaway. Just reply to that. You can put anything you want in the reply. It doesn't matter. Everybody who replies to that will be entered into the giveaway. 1 reply only per person on that comments thread. Feel free to leave a comment elsewhere on the video if you want to, if you want to talk about other things, but just to keep it tidy so it's easy for me to see and assemble the list of people. You can also get a bonus entry by sharing this video on Twitter. If you do so, make sure you @WeirdWizardDave so that I see the tweet and can add your bonus entry. And that's it. You have until midnight GMT on Wednesday the 10th of February to enter, and I'll be doing the draw and announcing the winner on Thursday, the 11th of February. So there you go, a whole week to put your comments on, to tweet about it, tell your friends if you want, spread the word, the more the merrier. Of course, it reduces everybody's chance of winning, but it increases the popularity of the channel, it's more exposure for the channel, and at the end of the day, that's got to be a good thing, right? I think so, I like to think so anyway. So there we go, that's it as far as the giveaway for this goes. There are more giveaways to come in the Great Games giveaway. I actually had a really good response, I have to say. I kind of limited myself to just the games which I had covered fairly extensively on the channel that I thought I particularly enjoyed or I thought were particularly great games. And there is an exception or two in there that I forgot about or didn't get around to contacting them on. But the developers that I did contact them, all but one actually provided a copy of the game for the giveaway. So thanks a lot to all the developers out there. Your support is really, really appreciated. You might already know which games are included if you saw my message on Twitter, but let's go through them again anyway. So first up, obviously, was Sunless Seas. That competition is already live. The closing day is midnight GMT on Monday, and to enter, you just need to watch the latest episode of my Sunless Seas series, episode 15, and reply to the comment. That is going to be the standard way of entering all of these giveaways. Watch the related episode on the channel and reply to the comment. And of course, if you want to boost your chances, share it to Twitter as well. So Sunless Seas is the first one. Kingdom, of course, is the second one. I have talked extensively about that already. Fantastic game, well worth it, and really had a lot of time. Thanks a lot to Nino, the developers, for providing this free copy, and indeed for creating such an elegant and simple yet incredibly addictive game. Fantastic game. It is a great game, and therefore it's in the Great Games giveaway. Next up, The Banner Saga by Stoic. Yes, that's right. I started the channel on The Banner Saga, and I did a sort of pilot episode at the start of this year to see if people were interested. I got some really good feedback on that. I really apologize that series has not continued as yet, but it shall. In fact, watch out for the continuation of that series, because that is where you will be able to enter to win one of not just one, not even two, but 4 copies of the Banner Saga. I don't know if I'll give them all away off of that one episode or if I'll do it sort of like stretched over a period of time. I'll figure that out when I actually get around to doing it, but that will be happening at some point in the next week. So keep your eyes open for that, and a massive thank you to Stoic. Again, the Banner Saga is a fantastic game. It is really, really well written and well put together, and a really important part of this channel's history. And the series will be returning. I know a few people have been questioning me on that. It is definitely coming back. I have plenty recorded. I just need to get around to editing it and putting it up on the channel. Anyway, more on that later. Let's get back to the Great Games giveaway. So, Subnautica is the next game that will be included by Unknown Worlds. A fantastic game. Again, I mean, you know, Great Games. The clue is in the name, people. The clue is in the name. A fantastic live stream series. My first kind of extended live stream series that's really stuck. And also highlights on the channel. It's always popular. It always does well. And it's a great game. And a really good example of an early access game which has continued to deliver month on month quality updates, quality improvements, and it's really coming together. It's a fantastic game. And also, Unknown Worlds, side note, bonus points for being the first company to get back to me and provide a Steam key. So massive thank you to Unknown Worlds. Brilliant game, and you too can own a copy if you don't already by entering the giveaway when my next Subnautica episode goes live. And then last but certainly not least, where would we be without Medieval Engineers? An absolute mainstay of the channel. It is the game that I have produced by far and away the most content for, actually, on the channel in all the various different series and things that I've done. Again, a really great game. It's got tons of potential, has Medieval Engineers, and I'm sure that this year we will start to see a lot of that really coming together and really starting to flesh out the framework that we've got. And even the framework, to be honest with you, I have sunk countless hours into. So it's really first class, and the Great Games giveaway simply would not have been complete without it. So a massive thank you to Keen Software House for providing that key as well, that Steam key, and that pretty much it. That rounds it out. There might be one or two surprises. We shall have to wait and see. There is, of course, one fairly glaring omission. Yes, I did contact the developers of Stranded Deep, or at least I tried a couple of times to contact them via their various methods, and I have heard nothing back from them. So I can only assume that either they are not interested, or probably more likely they just get tons and tons of messages, and mine was lost in amongst them. So never mind, no Stranded Deep, I'm afraid. But all of the other key ones I think have been covered. The other glaring omission, and this is my fault because I didn't contact them at all, was Cities Skylines. I really should have contacted them. It is arguably from the most well-established developer, or at least publisher, Paradox Interactive. I didn't contact them. I probably should do. Maybe I'll do so now, and it might get added as a secret bonus towards the end. But if not, well, I mean, you know, there's always next year's Great Games giveaway, isn't there? I'll certainly be covering City Skylines again in the near future because, of course, there is the Snowfall update coming very soon, which I'm super excited about. So that will definitely see a return to Cities, Skylines, and quite possibly the wonderful wizarding city of Wizardtopia, assuming I can indeed get Snowfall there. So there we go, that is it as far as the Great Games giveaway. It is great more in terms of the games, the quality of the games that are included, in my opinion, rather than necessarily the sheer quantity. Although that is over £140 worth of software right there, or $200 if you prefer American currency, which is not too shabby for a little channel like mine. I think you will agree. So there we go. Fantastic. All right. What else is going on? Well, of course, I have been somewhat remiss over the course of January. I do apologize for that. Some might say I have been late. Although, of course, I would have to reply, a wizard is never late. He uploads precisely when he means to. But, of course, I have been remiss. And I was delayed by factors somewhat within my control, but it was a culmination of things. There was a load of work that arrived that I could do. There was various other stuff that was happening at the time. I was away visiting family for part of that time. I had other obligations, and the channel unfortunately just wound up taking a bit of a back seat. And it wasn't planned that I would be away from it for quite as long as I was. I kind of kept telling myself, I'll do a video tomorrow, and tomorrow didn't come for a while, unfortunately. Of course, this has happened before, and there is a reasonable chance that it may well happen again in the future. It is the nature, of course, of this being a hobby channel rather than a professional channel. I have sometimes to do other things, although it is a little bit unfortunate that it came when it did, when I was supposed to be celebrating a year of YouTubing, which I think I might just sort of quietly move that anniversary to sort of now-ish. You know, should we say I didn't actually start YouTubing until the 1st of Feb, maybe? Something like that. I mean, it's cheating, obviously, or perhaps it's like the Queen. I have the real anniversary, and then I have my official anniversary, which is just put on a date that's more convenient, because let's face it, the 1st of January is always going to be an awkward time to be doing things. Anyway, one potentially good thing that has come out of this last month or so is I've been doing a lot of programming, and that has been getting me right back in the mood for doing some more game deving. So I have a game dev project. I think I'm going to do a kind of a mini game jam type thing. I do have a longer running project that's been rumbling away quietly in the background, but in order to see something happen quickly, I didn't do the game jam. Again, I couldn't find the time to actually go and do the game jam, the global game jam that happened last weekend. So instead, I've kind of promised myself that the first time I'm able to put a couple of days together for dedicated game dev work, I will do so. I shall do my own mini game jam, and I will probably try and record a fair amount of that and possibly even live stream some of it and see if I can make some decent content out of it. Anyway, I think that will do for now. The next week or two is going to be focused very much on this Great Games giveaway content. Most of the videos are going to be in support of that in one way, shape or form. Of course, there is a big Just Talk due for the review of 2015. I will try and get that in at some point over the next week or two as well, if I have the time to be able to do so. Things are still kind of busy for me, but it's calming down much more now, so I'm definitely going to be able to find the time to make sure the channel gets updated. At the very least, I'm going to aim for every other day. That's going to be my minimum upload schedule, I think, for the time being, and I'm going to look at a fixed schedule once we have finished this Great Games giveaway. I'm going to look at going back to a fixed schedule because I think that might make things a little bit easier. I'll do a little bit of pre-recording, making, you know, whole series in advance or whole sections of series in advance and getting that ready when I've got more time, and then that allows me to coast through periods when I have less time. That's my plan anyway. That's my great theory. There's a few other channel anniversary stuff as well which is due. There's the t-shirts that I talked about last year. I want to do a channel rebrand. A few of you, if you've been following me on Twitter, you may have seen my little my new little wizard man that I did up in Inkscape when I had a free hour or two, which was a lot of fun. Arguably, I probably should have been working on channel content, as it turns out. But at the time, I didn't quite realize just how busy I was about to get. And also, actually, like, it requires a lot less brain power and a lot less concentration to faff about in Inkscape than it does to record and edit videos. So there you go. Anyway, I have probably yabbered on for long enough now. So thanks a lot, everybody. Thanks again for your patience. Good luck, everybody who enters the Great Games giveaway. Thanks again to all of the fantastic developers out there who have provided not just amazing games to play, but also amazing opportunities to win those games from people like me and my channel, which is great, isn't it? I think we can all agree that they are great games and it is a Great Games giveaway. And until the next Great Games giveaway video, thanks a lot for watching, everybody. I have been Weird Wizard, and I will see you later. Before I go, I should just point out that I actually played Kingdom for quite a long time, and it turns out there have been a couple of new additions since I did my playthrough. The most important of which, well, firstly, you don't get hit by catapults anymore. That's quite important. Secondly, the catapults are now permanently manned by engineers who will stay by the catapult and just go off and do local jobs, which is actually really significant as far as changes go. It really helps. But by far the most significant change is a change to the way the enemy gates work, and this is undocumented in the patch notes. It says there's been a change, but it leaves it as a teaser. So if you care about spoilers, just stop the video now. But if you want to see it, I think it's pretty awesome. Basically, what happens now is when you defeat an enemy gate, the gate collapses and it gives you a building spot. And if you build there, you get your own gate, which after you use it allows you to teleport to somewhere else on the map. And then, if you want, you can build that teleport point that you've come into at its own gate, into another gate, and then you can teleport back and forth between those two spots. It's really fantastic. It's an awesome change. And I totally wasn't expecting it. I just kind of like stumbled across it because I was playing for quite a long time. So there you go. Fantastic. Great update. More from Kingdom, hopefully in the future.